welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Aisha. I'm a certified trauma-informed coach and manifestation guide, and today's video is day 3 of the September to Remember challenge. It is an I've decided challenge, and the idea is to assume the state of you have, and you are experiencing everything that you already desire because you've decided that. You're declaring it. If you have not watched video 1, day 1 of this challenge, I recommend you go back and watch. I go into detail about the idea, the concept of this challenge, the purpose of it, and really explain in detail what it means to assume the state of it's already done. This challenge is actually inspired by Neville Goddard, who is one of the grandfathers of Law of Assumption Manifestation. He was actually educated by an Ethiopian mystic named Abdullah. And one of the most classic Neville stories is you're already in Barbados. And so basically the premise of that is Neville really wanted to be back in Barbados, and he went to Abdullah, and Abdullah was like, you're already in Barbados. And no matter how much complaining or like whining or moaning or pointing out the circumstances that Neville was doing, Abdullah was just like, no, you're already there. Like, he slammed the door in his face and he was like, absolutely not. You're already there. He didn't even like elaborate. He didn't even like teach him, push him. He demonstrated what we need to do to assume the state. Excuse me. So this challenge is all about putting ourselves in the mindset of I've already decided. In the comments below, what you're going to do today is say 2 days ago, I decided that I am a healthy person. I am an expert at manifestation. I am experiencing everything I desire right now. Those are my 3 affirmations. I will be putting them in the comments below and pinning them to the top so that you have a structure to write down your manifestations. And the main thing about this challenge is we're going to go from day 1 all the way to day 30. And don't worry if you're just finding this video today. It is a forever challenge. So from whenever you find these videos, whenever you decide to watch these videos, or even at a later date in the future, if you'd like to do this challenge again, you can go to day 1, check in on day 2 and day 3 and day 4. And the idea is we're building that momentum. We are choosing every single day to assume the state that it's already done. Pardon me. So if you'll notice, one of my affirmations is I am a healthy person. And this video I'm going to be going into the detail about like when the 3D circumstances are showing you the opposite, and choosing to revise in the moment, choosing to revise on the spot. So being that one of my affirmations is I am a healthy person, it's a really great and recent example for me to share that I had a sinus infection and like a flu-like bug that my body was fighting. A lot of times people think that you have to wait a certain amount of time to go back and revise, or like you have to wait until you've calmed down to revise, but I actually find it's best to revise in the moment. So when I was physically sick, when I could feel this bug in my body, I wasn't fighting against the circumstances. If I felt ill, I wasn't like, oh, I'm healthy. I wasn't trying to force myself to believe something that obviously was showing me in that moment was not true. I wasn't lying to myself. So revising on the spot, or revising in general, is not about lying to yourself. It's about choosing an alternate version of reality to focus on. So again, when I was feeling these symptoms, I would get up out of bed, I'd have like all this congestion, I'd have like mucus in my throat and like runny nose, stuffy nose, all the typical things when you're fighting off a bug. And so I would get up, I would go like blow my nose, brush my teeth, cough, get all the mucus out, and then I would go downstairs and make a tea and like let that soothe my throat. I would use like a cough drop or like a lozenge to help soothe whatever discomfort I was feeling. And once I got myself into a state where I was feeling better, I was feeling physically less ill, I felt healthier, that's when I would change my narrative of, you know what, healthy people get sick too. It's part of building our immune system. I'm choosing to give this moment the meaning that maybe I just need to slow down and rest more. And my body's just communicating to me that I need to reprioritize my health and make it number 1 instead of number 3, in terms of my prioritizing and my actions and my thoughts and my manifestations. And so during this challenge, what I'm doing is affirming that I am already a healthy person. And even if the circumstances are showing you in your body that you have something opposite, or the circumstances, the people around you are showing exactly the opposite, it's not about shouting at the circumstances like, you're not real, this isn't happening. It's about going, okay, if I know I'm a healthy person and the circumstances are showing me in this moment I am under the weather, I'm not the healthiest, how can I accept it and then move on to focus on where I'd rather be? And so, like I said, what I would do is prime myself. I would get myself into a good feeling state where it was more believable to me, where I wasn't like having this double-mindedness of, oh, I'm sick, I'm healthy, I'm sick, I'm healthy, I'm sick, I'm healthy, and my mind's trying to believe them both at the same time. No, like I said, I changed the narrative of even healthy people get sick. Another good analogy or example for this is, let's say you're trying to manifest a good amount of money or increase your income, or you just want to reduce your expenses or reduce your bills, increase your lifestyle, your quality of life, whatsoever. If you're manifesting wealth, and then like a random bill comes up that maybe you don't have the cash right now to pay for, instead of stressing out and giving that the meaning that like, oh my gosh, this means I'm not actually rich and everything is failing and I'm not doing my manifestation properly and I'm doing everything wrong, and instead of spiraling and reacting to the situation, revise on the spot and go, you know what, sometimes rich people have unexpected expenses come up. Like honestly, there are millionaires who all of their money is tied up in assets. So the reason they are considered a millionaire is because they own $1 million properties. Or they have like millions of dollars invested in the stock market, or they're using like a whole life insurance plan to like grow their wealth, right? Those are non-liquid assets. And non-liquid means if you wanted to access that money, there are steps you have to take to do it. If you have a whole life insurance policy, you would either have to like take a loan out against the policy, or you'd have to close the policy down completely and pay whatever fees are associated with that in order to get that cash to be spendable. If all of your money is tied up in $1 million properties, or like several properties that add up to millions of dollars, and you needed those millions of dollars in cash, in liquidity, you'd have to sell those properties, and there's steps to selling those properties. It wouldn't just happen right away in an instant. Whereas if you have cash in your pocket, you take the cash out of your wallet and you pay for something. So even a rich person, even someone who is worth millions of dollars, even someone who has a like positive net worth, if an unexpected expense comes up, it's very possible that they don't have the liquidity to pay for it right away. But the thing is, because they identify as a rich person, when that circumstance comes up, their brain goes, oh, I'll just move money around. I'll figure it out. The money will come from somewhere. Like they don't have that, oh my gosh, this means I'm not rich because I got an unexpected expense that I don't have the cash for. They just don't have that mindset. They have an alternate mindset that says, I'll be fine. I'm fine. I have more than enough money. Even if it was like a really dire circumstance where, like, let's say they did have to sell their property, they have that opportunity. So it's not going to put them in crisis. Whereas if your circumstances are showing you that you're not a rich person, that you're in poverty, and an unexpected expense comes up, you've been programmed to choose the reality where that means you're broke. That means that you're struggling. That means you might lose your apartment and get evicted. That means that you might lose your car and get it repossessed. That means that you might not put food on the table, or like put diapers on your baby, or whatever. You've given it that meaning. So revising is simply giving it a new meaning, giving it a better meaning, giving it the best meaning that you can have it, like give it in that moment from where you are. So again, if you're deciding you're already in Barbados, you can't look around and go, I'm still in New York. You know, if you've decided that you already are married, you can't complain about being single, because married people don't complain about being single. Like, I'm married. I don't go around having conversations with people, telling people that I'm lonely and I wish I had a husband. I go around and I have conversations with people where I'm like, I'm so grateful for my husband because he's an amazing man. I'm in that state of living in the end. And before we got married, that's how I treated him. That's how I lived my life of like, I'm so excited to go spend time with my partner. And the reason I use partner instead of like boyfriend or like person I'm dating or significant other or even like specific person, I use partner because when you're in a marriage, that's a partnership. So that was my way of using language that allowed me to live in the end before the end was real in my circumstances. And still to this day, sometimes I call him my partner. Of course, he's my husband. He's my husband, and a husband is a partner. A wife is a partner. We're in a partnership that's called marriage. So the words you choose and the actions you take, the conversations that you have, either within your head, by yourself, with yourself, or with other people, that's the narrative. That's the state you're embodying right now. So when those circumstances are triggering, when the 3D shows the exact opposite of what you desire, I love all the ladies that have been participating in this challenge. I know one of them was mentioning there's a physical aspect, like physical health that they're manifesting a better outcome for. Someone has like a family dynamic that they're manifesting a better outcome for. Like, I'm here to tell you, I'm teaching you this from experience. I have had like the worst of the worst of the worst circumstances in my face and just simply refuse to believe them. Refuse to accept that this is the end. Refuse to accept that this means I'm not going to get what I want. And that's what you have to do. And that's what this challenge is for. Every single day we are deciding, I already am who I say I am. I already have what I desire to have. I'm already experiencing here in the now and doing things from that version of myself. It's already done. It's already finished. I'm selecting it. And because I've selected it already, it's here already. And that's what you have to persist in, is knowing whatever you're manifesting, it's already done. And embodying that state doesn't start and stop when you put your comment down below saying, I've already decided. It ends when the circumstances finally materialize around you, and then you move on to the next desire. Like, the desires are not going to stop. You're going to keep having more desires to pursue in this life. So you might as well stick to the ones that are inspiring you and motivating you. And that way you get to have more out of this experience. You get to have the most like variety, and you get to be your biggest, best self. You get to have the fullest life here, and who doesn't want that? So down below today, we are going to put, I decided 2 days ago, because this is day 3 of the challenge. So I decided 2 days ago, I am this. So me personally, my affirmations. I decided 2 days ago, I am a healthy person. I decided 2 days ago, I am an expert at manifestation. I decided 2 days ago that I'm already experiencing everything I desire right now. I would love for you to participate in the comments. Also, my website is live, so I have my coaching programs and courses available there for you, as well as a freebie. It's a digital download of my Manifest Fast playbook. It is great in conjunction with this challenge, and I hope to see you all lovely people tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.